Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the all-new 2025 Kia K4 GT Line Turbo. As with all of my reviews, I'm going to cover all of the ins and outs and take this thing on a thorough drive. Of course, there's a whole lot of stuff to cover, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start her up and let her run. While it seems many manufacturers are abandoning the traditional compact sedans in favor of compact crossovers, there's still a few manufacturers hanging on. I, for one, appreciate having more flavor in the market, especially when considering more affordable transportation and basic daily commuters. With the K4, I believe Kia has something special on its hands. During my week of driving this example, I loved it for its simplicity, value, and driving dynamics. It offers a feature-rich interior with attainable premium comfort, next-level driving convenience, and two powertrain choices. Even though this GT Line Turbo is the most expensive K4 offered, it gives you a great idea of the car's core design and functionality. Stretched to all four corners with bold styling proportions, aligned with the tenets of Kia's Opposites United design language, the K4 makes a powerful, dynamic statement with unexpected fastback styling cues. The K4 is set to upend the segment with new standards for design, technology, and overall roominess. It replaces the outgoing Kia Forte in the lineup. The K4's most direct competitors include the Honda Civic, Toyota Corolla, Nissan Sentra, Hyundai Elantra, Mazda 3, and the Volkswagen Jetta. With an overall length of 185.4 inches and width of 72.8 inches, the K4 is the widest and has the largest footprint in the compact sedan segment. Rear passengers are surprisingly well accommodated with a class-leading 38 inches of legroom. Standard vertically oriented LED headlights and taillights take inspiration from the flagship EV9 and create pronounced edges through the lighting signature in the front and rear. Hidden rear door handles in the C-pillars emphasize the K4's fastback proportions and draw attention to its swept-back daylight opening. A versatile conventional trunk affords 14.6 cubic feet of cargo capacity. The K4 is offered in 5 trim levels: LX, LXS, EX, GT Line, and GT Line Turbo. Base pricing including destination ranges from $23,165 to $29,265. Like other GT Line models in the Kia lineup, exterior design flourishes distinguish the K4 GT Line. Unique front and rear fascia with gloss black accents, a satin chrome belt line, 18-inch black brushed alloy wheels, and gloss black mirror caps with window trim and side sills. The GT Line Turbo gets a more powerful turbocharged engine and an 8-speed automatic transmission. Mechanically, it's similar to the Hyundai Elantra inline. The K4 GT Line Turbo also gets a power sunroof with sunshade, gloss black 18-inch wheels, small cube LED projector headlights, LED fog lamps, and LED rear combination lights, as well as Syntec upholstery, Harman Kardon premium audio, alloy sport pedals, and rear seat air vents. This GT Line Turbo is also equipped with the optional technology package, which retails for $2,200. It includes smartphone digital key, memory driver seat and outside mirrors, ventilated front seats, parking collision avoidance assist, parking distance warning, highway driving assist 2, a surround view monitor, a blind spot view monitor, and multicolor LED ambient lighting. As you see it, this K4 is pretty much fully loaded, minus some accessories, and comes with an MSRP including destination of $31,445. The K4 is offered with up to 7 exterior colors to choose from depending on the trim. The color shown here is Morning Haze, which is one of the 5 no-cost options. On the GT Line Turbo in particular, black and white Syntex upholstery is standard, but if you choose either Interstellar Gray or Snow White Pearl paint, you have the option to choose black and red upholstery for an additional $295. Across the lineup, the K4's wheels range in size between 16 and 18 inches in diameter. The 16-inch wheels are steel and only found on the LX. The rest of the trims have alloy wheels. The 18-inch wheels, which measure 8 inches wide, are exclusive to the GT Line and GT Line Turbo. They're the same style, with the main difference being the turbo wheels are painted gloss black and don't have machined accents. The 18-inch wheels are wrapped in 235/40 all-season Kumho tires. A compact spare tire can be found in the trunk. 4-wheel, hydraulic and vacuum power-assisted disc brakes are standard on every K4. The GT Line Turbo upgrades the size of the brakes to a more performance-oriented setup. The front discs are internally ventilated and span 12 inches. The rear discs are solid and span 11.2 inches. The rest of the lineup uses 11-inch internally ventilated discs up front and 10-inch solid discs in the rear. All discs, regardless of the powertrain, are clamped down by single-piston calipers. With the larger brakes, the K4 is able to stop from 60 miles an hour in about 120 feet while exhibiting good progressive pedal feel. An electronic parking brake with auto hold is standard on all trims. The switch to manually toggle it on or off is on the left side of the dash. 4-wheel, 4-channel, 4-sensor ABS is standard, along with hill start assist, electronic stability control with vehicle stability management, and a tire pressure monitoring system. The K4 has 2 suspension setups. Which one you get depends on the trim level. The GT Line and GT Line Turbo have an independent McPherson strut front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension with front and rear stabilizer bars, with the whole setup being sport-tuned to deliver better handling and road feel. The rest of the lineup has a similar front suspension design and a coupled torsion beam axle in the rear. The ride quality I thought was really quite good. It's tight and well composed, but comfortable in daily use. The standard suspension will likely give you better ride quality for a daily commuter, but if fun behind the wheel is a priority, you'll certainly appreciate the upgraded rear suspension. All in all, the chassis is lively and responsive. The cabin is pretty quiet too, with minimal wind and road noise. In higher trims, you have acoustic glass in the front, and the 18-inch wheels are wrapped in special acoustic tires that are supposedly a little bit quieter. The steering is a rack and pinion design with electric power assistance, courtesy of a motor mounted on the rack itself. The overall ratio is a quick 12.9:1, and it takes about 2.5 turns from lock to lock. The weighty feel is well appreciated. The turning diameter is tight at just over 35 feet. A wrapped steering wheel and shift knob are standard on the EX and above. The LX, LXS, and EX have a 2-spoke steering wheel with a flat bottom design and grip bolsters at 10 and 2. The GT Line and GT Line Turbo's wheel is a sporty 3-spoke flat bottom design with a 2-tone color theme. Both steering wheel designs are manually adjustable for tilt and reach. The upper spokes house a number of multifunction controls, including access to a comprehensive driver's information system that shows up in the middle of the instrument cluster. All K4s feature a wide panel display that incorporates 2 screens, one for the instrument cluster and one for the infotainment system. The EX and above adopt a more premium setup that offers greater functionality and prettier graphics. Part of the premium setup includes a compact climate control screen in the middle of the two main screens. The premium instrument cluster can be reconfigured in layout and style, from different colors and fonts to traditional or digital readouts for the speedometer and tachometer. You also have the driver's information system in the middle that includes things like trip and fuel info, navigation, and driver assistance features. The K4 lineup is offered with two powertrains. The LX, LXS, EX, and GT line are equipped with a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder that develops 147 horsepower at 6,200 RPM and 132 pound-feet of torque at 4,500 RPM. It's an Atkinson cycle engine that places a priority on fuel economy. It's built using aluminum for the block and head and features double overhead cams, 4 valves per cylinder, and dual continuous variable valve timing. Fuel is delivered via multi-port injection and the compression ratio is 12.5 to 1. I've had experience with this standard engine before in the Hyundai Elantra. While I can't speak for the K4 specifically, I can say the Elantra performed as expected for the segment. It won't win any excitement awards, but it does well combining performance with efficiency. Paired to the standard engine is a continuously variable transmission. Giving credit where it's due, again speaking from my Elantra experience, the CVT drove very well and is one of the best feeling CVTs I've driven. In contrast to the more common push-belt CVT design, Kia and Hyundai's CVT uses a chain design belt that helps further improve fuel efficiency. The CVT performs continuous shifts by modulating the pressure of its pulley, depending on driving conditions and driver inputs. It uses a wide ratio pulley system which provides a broader ratio of operation when compared to its competitors. This allows for improved fuel efficiency at higher gear ratios and improved performance at lower ratios. I also noticed that it simulates gear shifts like those in a traditional stepped automatic transmission, so it really doesn't feel all that different. It's also quieter compared to some competitors I've driven. The more exciting setup comes via the GT Line Turbo, which features a 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that develops 190 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 195 pound-feet of torque between 1,700 and 4,500 RPM. The engine is built similar to the 2-liter engine, but features direct fuel injection and a 10-to-1 compression ratio. With the extra power, the GT Line Turbo is able to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles an hour in about 7.1 seconds. No, it's not sports car territory, but in this smaller car it makes for a great mix of frugal and fun. Top speed is limited to 130 miles per hour. The turbo engine is paired to a slick 8-speed automatic transmission. A manual transmission is not available. The transmission performed excellent and would be my personal choice over the CVT. The transmission was responsive, quick shifting, and knew when to shift and when to hold gears depending on the driving situation. All trims except for the LX have 2 drive modes, normal and sport. The button to switch between them with this steering wheel is in the bottom spoke. Sport mode improves powertrain response and firms up the steering a bit. As I showed you all earlier, with the larger 12.3-inch instrument display, you can not only physically change the style and layout of the instruments, but you can also set them to switch automatically to a red theme with racier font when selecting Sport mode. As far as fuel economy for the standard 2-liter, EPA estimates range between 29 miles per gallon in the city and 39 miles per gallon on the highway, with a combined average of 33 miles per gallon. The turbo engine is rated at 26 city, 36 highway. During my week of driving, I averaged around 29 miles per gallon. The total tank capacity is 12.4 gallons. Both engines are designed to run on regular 87 octane fuel. The airy K4 interior is available with either medium gray cloth upholstery in the LX, LXS, and EX, or slate green cloth upholstery in the EX. The GT line arrives with onyx off-white two-tone combination cloth and synthetic leather upholstery. It can also be upfitted with available full synthetic leather in onyx off-white two-tone. The GT line Turbo comes standard with the full synthetic leather and onyx off-white two-tone. Overall build quality seems quite good, with padding in the essential touch points, nice feeling controls, and a generally solid feel. Both the GT line and GT line Turbo offer an available red interior package with onyx and red synthetic leather accommodations. It just depends on the exterior color. The wide type power sunroof is optional on the GT line and standard on the GT line Turbo. Both GT line trims upgrade from the standard manually adjustable driver's seat to one that's 10-way power adjustable. It includes power lumbar support and a height adjuster. It's a comfortable seat with sporty bolstering. The passenger seat is manually adjustable on all trims. Heated front seats are also standard on the GT line trims, while ventilated seats as well as a driver's seat memory setup are optional. As I mentioned, the 3-spoke steering wheel is unique to the GT line trims. The GT line Turbo with the technology package is the only way you can get 64 color ambient lighting in the K4. There's a selection of preset colors, but you can also choose whatever you want across the spectrum. It's a nice touch, especially for this segment. Storage space is plentiful up front. In the center console, you have a wide open cubby with pop-out cup holders, so it's more of a flexible space. You have large door pockets with bottle holders, a big glove box with a dampened lid, and a cubby beneath the padded armrest. On the EX and above, you get a dual-zone climate control system that offers automatic functionality. It includes quick controls in the center stack for temperature, fan speed, and zone. More in-depth climate controls can be found within the climate control menu in the infotainment system. This is interesting because of the additional compact climate display in the middle of the two main screens, part of the more premium display setup I touched on earlier. This gives you multiple ways to make adjustments and really boils down to what's most convenient for you in the moment. I personally used the quick controls more than anything, but I like how Kia was able to utilize what would otherwise be dead space in the digital dashboard to add some extra functionality. The centerpiece of the K4's wide, expansive cockpit is the standard integrated digital instrumentation, a first for the compact sedan segment and a signature design element. The ultra-modern connected car navigation cockpit operating system with over-the-air capability, which first debuted in the flagship EV9, projects across a combined nearly 30 inches of a digital display command center. The system processes faster and in higher fidelity, with frequently used quick controls available with a swipe on the screen. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard on all K4s. With the GT line's available Harman Kardon premium audio system, you get 8 speakers, a subwoofer, and an external amplifier. It's quite a step up over the standard audio system, with higher fidelity, crisper sound, and more powerful lows. Additional media features on this example included SiriusXM satellite radio, AM, FM, and HD radio, Bluetooth streaming, Amazon Music, USB connectivity, SoundCloud, and an expansive Sounds of Nature ambient system. The latter offers a myriad of soundscapes, from urban to rural and even celestial, that can create a relaxing ambiance to suit any mood. The K4 has USB-C charge ports, 2 for front passengers, 2 for rear passengers. On the EX and above, a wireless phone charger is standard. You also have a standard 12-volt power outlet. Available on the GT line and GT line turbos is My Q Connected Garage. It enables drivers to monitor and control their garage doors remotely from the vehicle's touchscreen display, and custom geofencing will automatically open or close the garage door based on the K4's proximity to the owner's home. Available Digital Key 2.0 with ultra-wideband allows customers to use their compatible Apple and Samsung smart devices or an NFC-enabled smart card as virtual vehicle keys to lock, unlock, and drive. Furthermore, these keys can be shared with friends and family over text messages on compatible devices. Available digital features and services can unlock the ability to remotely update the K4 over the air through the Kia Connect store, accessed via the Kia Access app or through the Kia Owner Portal. Kia Connect's available voice assistant offers an easy way to access various vehicle functions. Simply say, "Hey Kia," to gain voice control access to functions such as climate control and audio. Kia is working to enhance the Kia Assistant's functionality with the power of generative AI to be able to provide information on many topics such as stocks, sports scores, owner's manual content, local points of interest, and much more. The Kia Assistant is designed to listen for follow-up questions and to interact with the driver in a more conversational way. The K4 refines and expands the standard and available Advanced Driver Assistance suite as part of Kia's overall commitment to providing confidence behind the wheel. In addition, the K4 adds standard rear side airbags for a total of 8. The K4 offers the latest Kia Advanced Driver Assistance suite, including standard intelligent speed limit assist, lane keep-in assist, high beam assist, rear occupant alert, driver attention warning, smart cruise control with stop and go, and more. Central to the available driver assistance technology on the K4 is Forward Collision Avoidance 1.5, which is designed to help detect and prevent collisions from occurring in certain circumstances, and detect vehicles, pedestrians, and cyclists in front of the vehicle while driving, as well as oncoming vehicles while turning left at an intersection. Haptic steering wheel warnings add tactile alerts for the driver. Available Highway Driving Assist 2 is a driver convenience system that can help maintain a predetermined distance from the vehicle detected in front and help keep the vehicle within detected lane markers on certain highways. In addition to standard blind spot collision warning and rear cross traffic alert, the GT line is available with blind spot collision avoidance assist and blind spot view monitor, which are designed to help display and detect vehicles approaching from behind and in the adjacent lanes. In a variety of circumstances, the system may apply braking to help avoid a potential collision. The optional surround view monitor is designed to provide a 360-degree view in reversing and parking scenarios using cameras all around the K4. Available parking distance warning is designed to add 360-degree capability to forward, side, and reverse parking maneuvers. Like pretty much every new car nowadays, the K4 is packed with a ton of active and passive safety systems. For a complete overview, I highly suggest you check out Kia's website. The hidden rear door handles are one of the most unique things about the K4's exterior design. Looking throughout the rear seat, it's surprising just how roomy the K4 is for this segment. As I said earlier, you have 38 inches of rear seat legroom, which is the most you'll find in this segment. Head and shoulder room are quite good too. I, being 5 foot 10 inches, had excellent overall space to easily climb in and out and sit for long periods of time. It's so roomy that it feels like a mid-sized car. The K4's rear seat is comfortable and supportive, with accommodations for up to 3 people. Child seat anchors can be found across the bottom and behind the headrests. Speaking of, all 3 headrests are adjustable. Only the GT Line and GT Line Turbo are fitted with center folding armrests with cup holders. It's a really nice feature to have if no one is sitting in the middle. Another really nice addition with the GT Line Turbo are the rear air vents, which are mounted in the back of the center console. It improves ventilation and comfort for rear passengers. They're individually adjustable. Beneath the air vents are 2 USB-C charging ports and a small cubby that can be used to store a phone when charging. Rear seat storage includes a pocket on the back of the passenger seat and bottle holders in the door panels. Additional amenities include overhead grab handles, a coat hook, and LED reading lamps. Popping open the trunk, you're immediately greeted with a wide, accommodating opening, designed to make loading and unloading as seamless as possible. The lid itself is lightweight but sturdy and lined with insulation to help with road noise. The traditional gooseneck hinges are well integrated into the trunk lid to minimize cargo intrusion, a small but appreciated touch. All K4s offer 14.6 cubic feet of cargo capacity. While it might not sound like a lot, real-world usability is impressive. The floor is relatively low, providing a deep and accessible space for luggage, groceries, or whatever else you need to haul. To make things more convenient, Kia has equipped the K4 with their signature smart trunk system. As long as you have the key fob on you, all you have to do is stand near the trunk for about 3 seconds. The car detects your presence and will automatically pop the trunk. This feature is especially helpful if your arms are full. Kia offers a cargo net and trunk mats that can help keep things organized and protected. With the 60/40 split folding rear seat, you can drop one or both seat backs to extend the cargo area into the cabin, making room for bulkier items while still maintaining space for passengers when needed. The release latches are conveniently placed near the trunk opening so you don't have to fumble around trying to fold them from inside the car. Well, everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like down below because it really helps the videos a lot. And if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing that too and make sure those notifications are turned on. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.